So I was at the mall the other day picking up some new Vans. So we have some fresh skate highs here and some old schools because you can't fault an OG. And it got me thinking, why are Vans good shoes for lifting? This is a question I receive all of the time on my Vans vs Converse review, which I'm linking up there. But there is context needed. Why are Vans often a go-to choice for a lot of recreational lifters? So I wanted to build out a video and discuss why I like lifting in Vans and why they can be a decent shoe for lifting. As always, everything is timestamped down below, so get the information you need in this video, get out and go train. But that all being said, let's talk on our first topic, which is why can Vans be good shoes for lifting? So in my opinion, there are 4 key reasons why Vans can be viable shoes for lifting. The first is the stability that they provide. In most core Vans models, you're gonna have this rubber sole here that doesn't compress very easily. So you can train heavy in the shoe and not worry about compression. So whether you're deadlifting, squatting, or just using heavy machine work, you're not gonna have to worry about the sole compressing on you and you losing out on some stability. The second reason is that most core Vans models have this waffle tread patterning, which grips the floor really well. So whether you're pulling weight on a wooden platform or lifting on a rubber gym floor, these shoes soles and outsoles for that matter grip really well. So you're never really gonna have an issue with traction when rocking Vans for lifting. The third reason is that they have a dual functionality. So if you're like myself and some days you don't feel like bringing an extra pair of shoes and you want a shoe that looks good on a casual wear basis with different outfits, but then can also do really well in the gym when it comes to recreational lifting, Vans fits that bill really well. There's so many different styles that they look good on a daily basis and they perform pretty well when it comes to strength training and recreational lifting. The fourth reason is that they have flat soles. So if you are somebody who likes lifting with a 0mm heel to toe drop, so a flat foot position, these can be pretty good shoes to tick that box. Now, obviously there is a lot of context needed there when it comes to heel elevation and heel to toe drop in shoes and your lifting and how that can alter your lifting mechanics. I have filmed a video talking about elevated heels and how that can change your lifting mechanics. I'm gonna link that up there. But if you are somebody who likes having a 0mm heel to toe drop, aka a flat foot positioning when training, Vans can be an awesome model to also tick that box. But now let's get a little bit more specific. Why can Vans be viable options for deadlifting? So when it comes to deadlift specifically, Vans can be an okay shoe. They're certainly not the best, but if you're a beginner or intermediate lifter, they can certainly be an awesome option to go with because of the stability and traction that they provide. Now, why do Vans fall short for deadlifting, especially as you get a little bit more niche and as you start to increase your numbers? Well, ideally we want less stack height in our shoe when we are deadlifting. So stack height is the amount of material that separates the foot from the floor. So as you can see in all of these Vans models, we have a stack height of like about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So this means that we're gonna be then lifting on this like elevated platform when we are going for our deadlift sets. When we have higher stack heights in shoes, it's gonna create more work that we have to then lift that weight for. So if we're getting heavier, it's going to create a larger range of motion. And then also it can alter our mechanics slightly. So if we look at something like a barefoot shoe, the sole in this model is like 3 to maybe 5 millimeters thick. And if we look at a Vans, it's pretty clear to see like the difference between these shoes and why a barefoot shoe would be better in the context of focusing on deadlift specifically. Again, if you're a beginner or intermediate, it's not going to be the biggest deal. However, if you are getting more niche with your deadlift training, then getting that foot closer to the floor can be really beneficial, especially if you're wearing a shoe too that has maybe a slightly wider toe box to really allow you to like spread those toes and grip the floor to increase your balance and stability. So Vans can be a great option for deadlifting, but ideally you're gonna want less stack height as you get more serious with your deadlifts and as you start to get heavier and more niche with your training. Okay, so Vans are an okay shoe for deadlifting, but like what about squatting? Are they any good for squats? And so similarly, yes, they can be because of the stability and traction they provide. The only area where I would say Vans fall short for squatting is when a heel elevation is desired. So if you are a lifter that prefers having a wedge or a weightlifting shoe to assist their squat mechanics, a Vans will fall short due to its flat 0mm toe drop. So if you need a little bit more assistance with dorsiflexion, Vans will fall short for you, especially if you don't have an external heel wedge. Now, how can a weightlifting shoe benefit your squats and your training? I have filmed a guide on weightlifting shoes, so check that out. It also discusses like lifting on elevated heels, which I know I already linked the video earlier in this video, but highly suggest checking those out because there is a lot of context needed. But that all being said, Vans can be a fantastic option for squats, But what I would say is that if you need an elevated heel or a higher heel to toe drop when squatting, Vans can fall a little bit short in the context of the mechanics that you need for your squat patterning. So now, which Vans models are good for lifting? So truthfully, if you go with any of the core models that have this thicker rubber sole, the waffle tread patterning on the outsole, you should be plenty set. But three of my favorites include the Skate High, the Authentic, and the Old School. All of these are pretty tried and true, and I like all of them for slightly different reasons. The Skate High are my all-time favorite. I like the additional ankle support. The canvas is pretty durable, and I think these look the best too with like jeans and shorts, so they work the best on the casual basis. Plus, compared to Converse that have this boot support start to like wear down in this thickener canvas, start to break down after a couple of months and just look more floppy, Vans are usually better at maintaining their shape, especially when it comes to the higher boot. The Authentic are another great option. This is the most budget-friendly option up here. So we have $50 USD, $65, and $70 if you go with the canvas models. This option is great, I think, for summer wear. So if you're wearing shorts out and about, this model looks great, and they also perform well in the gym, so you don't have to worry about switching shoes. So the Authentic is another good option. The only thing with the Authentic is that the sole up here at the forefoot can start to break a little bit away from the upper, and that's because I believe that the upper is just too thin for how thick the sole is and how stiff it can be when breaking them in. So do keep that in mind if you do plan to wear these. Like you can see, it's already starting to lip on me over here, and I've only had these for about like 5 months now. So pretty annoying, but I mean, for $50 USD, not the biggest deal, I guess. And the Old Schools are another fantastic option. These provide you with a bit of a thicker upper, which I think can be a bit more durable compared to the Authentic, as just mentioned. And if you like having a low top and you want a little bit more upper material, the Vans Old School is another awesome option. Plus, it's a tried and true classic, man. Like the Old School has such like a unique look to it, and I love the just like very simplistic Vans logo and look to this shoe. So these are another great option if you like low top models, but these are 3 awesome Vans shoes to look into if you're interested in a pair for lifting and more casual wear. I like the Skate High just because I like extra ankle support and the proprioceptive feeling that they provide by having more of my ankle covered up, but also the Authentic and Old School are solid options. Just be conscious of the Authentic and the breakdown that you could get up here if you're wearing these a ton for daily wear and lifting, and you're doing a lot of actions that's gonna put a lot of stress into the toe box here to where this outsole will start to tear away from the upper construction. All right, guys, that wraps up this video talking about Vans for lifting. Hopefully this video was able to answer some of the questions that you might have had about why folks use Vans for recreational lifting and strength training. If you have any additional questions, feel free to drop a comment below or reach out to me personally. And also, if you want to play a game, let's drop a comment down below to your favorite pair of Vans for lifting. So if you wear Vans for training, which is your favorite model and why? Hit me in the comments below and let everybody know. But guys, as always, drop a like on the video, drop subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next one.